Shalom, shalom, shalom. Foremost of all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim HaKadosh. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do indeed well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the members of the elect, the elect and the one-third. Shalom. This is Brother Dawadah from GMS Detroit Camp, coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim HaKadosh. Today I want to do a video, alright, which will be another in transit. Okay. And the title of this video will be Jake is just unreasonable, building upon another man's foundation. Lord's will this video be edifying. Now, the link to this video that I'm referring to, which you see on the screen, is going to be posted within the description box below for you to check out. Alright. And basically, you had this group, which I forgot what group they were a part of. Basically, they were trying to, or rather, they set up shop, so to speak. In other words, they were setting up their camp within the elder's backup spot, which he's known for preaching at. You know, and when the elder went up to them, was speaking to them, telling them like, "Hey, this is my backup spot. You shouldn't build on another man's foundation." Very respectfully, might I add. Instead of them actually heeding to what he was saying and simply go to another spot, instead what they chose to do was to buck up, to be rebellious, to come up against, all right, really not even just the elder, but what the scriptures say. The scriptures say don't build on another man's foundation. If there's already a camp in a certain area, in a certain spot, and they're known for being at that spot, then go to another spot. It's very simple. All right? It's very simple. Just go to another spot, Why do you have to be on the same exact spot that the elder is known for being on? Why does it have to be there? And a lot of times when different things like this happen, you tend to think whether or not they're doing this simply for vainglory. All right, oh, I know this elder, when he at this spot, we usually have a lot of people come through and there's usually a lot of controversy. I know we get a lot of hits. So let's go to that, It's a bad look. Simply just, go to another spot. But this is what happens when Jake doesn't want to be reasonable and listen to what the scriptures say. Because they'll be quick to say, well, we know how, like he was saying in the video, he said, yeah, we know how you are. We know what you say. In other words, they know that the elder, he'll get on you. If you're going off, he'll get on you. And they kept saying they don't want any smoke. Well, just go to another spot then. But that's the nature of our people. Our people are stubborn. And I'm not saying that to slander them. Lord willing, they'll go to another spot. And continue on teaching. Because it's not about what spot you're in. It's not about views. It's not about if a whole bunch of people stop. Really, it's all about teaching this word and waking up the elect. That's it. So, and that shows you that they don't have that mindset. That this thing is about the elect. It's all about the elect. It don't matter what spot you're in. It don't matter how many people come by. As long as you're out there teaching the word, that's all that matters. Prophesy unto the wind. Should just say, teach whether they hear or whether they forbear. It's all about the elect. So if you have the mindset of, okay, it's all about the elect, which by the way is a small number, it shouldn't matter what spot you're in. Whether you're at that spot because there's a whole lot of traffic, all right, that though usually that spot is banging, so yeah, let me go over there. But when you think about it, it's only about the small number, the elect. So they shouldn't have taken offense when the elder was saying that, hey, this is my spot. You don't want to build on another man's foundation. Nothing wrong with that. Now, you'll have certain individuals, certain Jakes that'll watch the elder's video on it, watch him, confronting those two brothers that were teaching, right? Telling them, hey, this is one of my spots. This is the backup spot. And he gave a very, very, very sound reasons as to why, if he's not at his main spot, that he's in that exact backup spot. He mentioned the heat, their phones overheating in the main spot when it's too hot, so they go to the backup spot where it's sometimes a little cooler, which makes a whole lot of sense. But instead, they were being angry and emotional. When the elder brought those solid points up, was telling them, hey, you don't want to build another man's foundation. What happened? They started getting emotional. You can't be in that spirit of being emotional, being angry and emotional when someone's getting on you. Scripture speak about being born again. Part of being born again is what? Putting on a new mindset. Part of that new mindset is not to be overly emotional. You gotta have tough skin when, being in His truth. Scripture say, remember this and show yourselves what? Men. All right? MEN. See, so you gotta have a manly mentality. Part of being or having a manly mentality is to control your emotions. So they could have been like, hey, slack it, we didn't know. We're gonna go to another spot. Instead, they were saying, well, what if we come at this time? We're gonna be we're gonna be here at this time, and as long as you ain't here, it shouldn't be a problem. It's still His foundation. It's still His spot. That's why the scripture says, some indeed preach Yahweh Shai for envy and strife. You see? Envy and strife. Because not everyone that teaches the word, not all of them are in the right spirit. Not all of them are on point. And that's not, once again, that's not to say that they can't, simply just go to another spot. It is very simple. You don't want to build on another man's foundation. Just imagine someone walks past and they're like, wait a minute, I know the guy that usually is here, the man that's usually here, he has this certain doctrine, right? He teaches that the mark of the beast, all right, is the chip. He teaches that that Edomites cannot make it. He teaches that different things like that. But then the next day they see you in that spot, they see you in that spot and they think that you with them. It's confusion. Just imagine someone rolls past the IUIC camp and then IUIC tells them that the mark of the beast is whatever they say, that Christianity or sin, right? But then you got a great millstone camp in that same exact spot, let's say like the next day or a few hours later. Then the same guy walks up. In his head, he's going to think, wait a minute. They think that the mark of the beast is sin or that is Christianity. You see, they won't be able to tell the difference, which IUIC, that's not really a perfect example because you could see the difference in garments. But the point still remains that that spot is associated with a certain group. That's the point. And that certain group has a certain doctrine. And when people walk up asking about the doctrine, in their head they know, okay, this certain group that's at this certain spot has this certain doctrine. But then another group comes up, right, in that same exact spot. They're still thinking that it's the same people. It's the same group. They teach the same thing, not knowing that there's a difference in doctrine, even though they're at the exact same spot. That's confusion. Scripture say, let all things be done decently and in order. So to avoid confusion, go to another spot. And that's just one point. Another point is it's a respect thing. You at one spot, all right, that's your spot. I'm gonna go somewhere else. It's all about teaching the word and waking up the elect. That's it. So, man, Jake is extremely unreasonable. Because all the sound points the elder was bringing up, they didn't stop to actually, meditate and accept what he was saying, which is straight out of the scriptures. It's not like it was his own opinion. It ain't like he was saying, he owned the street. Constantly say he doesn't own the street, but the scriptures do say not to build on another man's foundation. So with that, I just wanted to give my quick scriptural 2 cents on that. All praises, honors, and glories be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to thee, like Abba, Babal, Shalom.